design. So there's a priority of existence over essence. Design should be existence. So what Heidegger will do is say, look, when Descartes talk about the cogito ergo sum, Descartes do not think deep in the subject concerning that the existence precedes the essence. So let's think on the being concerning what we can say about the subject, the soul, the consciousness, the spirit, and the person. So all these words, with all these words we have determination, right? But design is out of determination. Design is always an openness. And what Heidegger will do is use the phenomenology, right, as a method to understand what is the being, what is the existence. And the existence, the being, will be the object of the main object of philosophy. So we are talking about an ontology, right, that use phenomenology as a method. And Heidegger will use Scheler and Rousseau, but he will, of course, develop the thoughts of these philosophers. So, when we are talking about a physical world and a world that is further than physics, there is a problem because metaphysics usually considers as self-evident the issue of the being, but the being is more than self-evident. Phenomenology is a method that will try to find, to discover the meaning that are not in a first perspective for the subject that are looking for this object of phenomenology, this phenomenon, right? So when we are talking about this, we can say that Heidegger will considers the openness of the being because the acts are different concerned in relation to the physics world, right? As well as the psychological world. Acts are different of these. When we take the acts as a phenomenon to be analyzed, right? We see that the acts are always intentional acts, right? Intentional acts. So here we have a division, right? And these intentional acts are not psychological acts. When we say intentional acts, this is not more an object, because the intentionality is always an openness, right? And what more we can say? That the persons are performers of intentional acts. And this is the unit. But let's think more. Let's think about further than psychology, right? Let's think in anthropology. Let's think about also biology, because the brain is not only life, and this is the difference of design that is related with the human life, right? And design is not something life plus something, because there's always an openness of the subject, right? So the existence is previews the essence. What more we can say about this philosopher called Heidegger and his masterpiece, Being in Time? I selected here some tests. Heidegger will say, life in its own right is a kind of being, but essentially it's accessible only in design. Design is never to be defined ontologically. So, design is more than this, right? Because this is collect, describe, and this is not design. Design is related with the being in the world, acting and without limits, right?